2 of my camper bathroom renovation. Today I would like to go over with you all the products that I use to help prepare the walls and the cabinetry for paint. So the first thing I did is I took my crud cutter and I washed down the walls and the cabinetry. This helps to get any grease or grime or any buildup of dirt of any kind off of the surfaces. This works great. Next, I took my little handy dandy sander here, which worked great to go along the baseboards, along the ceiling, corners, any place where there's a tight space to sand down the walls. Next, I used my orbital sander with a 320 grit sandpaper, and I also went over all of the walls with this as well. This did a great job. Now, I will tell you, when it came time for the cabinetry in the bathroom, I took the door off and I found it easier to hand sand this. And so what I did is I took some 300 grit sandpaper and I just ripped it into strips and I just hand sanded down the cabinetry in there. As you know, camper bathrooms are very, very tiny and you're working in a really little space. So I was having a hard time getting my sanders in there. So it worked really well to just sand it down by hand. It honestly wasn't that much work. It didn't take very long and it did a good job. So prior to sanding though, I will say I spackled any holes that needed to be spackled so that you will get a nice smooth finish. So I will be priming everything first, the walls and the cabinetry with a good primer. Then I'm going to be painting the walls and the cabinetry, and I'm also going to do an accent wall behind the sink in some beautiful peel and stick wallpaper that I ordered. I bought some spray paint in a matte black finish, and I spray painted the gold edging around the medicine cabinet. I also sprayed the towel bar ring for the bathroom and also the handle for the bathroom cabinet door. And while I was at it, I also spray painted all the handles for the rest of the camper. The handles were nice. I mean, they're a solid metal. I just didn't care for the bright yellow gold, and I think that they turned out really nice in the matte black finish. Today I'm going to be putting some wallpaper up on this back wall in the bathroom. I'm just going to do the one wall. It's going to be an accent wall. And this is the wallpaper that I chose. It's a real pretty paper. I thought it was beautiful with the pinks and the greens. And it's sort of made to look like a watercolor. So the lines are kind of blurred. But I thought it was really, really pretty. The one thing that I thought was rather strange about this roll, though, is that it rolls from the top. I have done quite a bit of wallpapering, and typically your rolls come like this. And you start at the top here, and you work your way down. And so it's odd that I have peel and stick wallpaper that it rolls the opposite way. But at any rate, we'll give it a go. We'll make it work. So that's a little bit different. The tools I'm going to be using today while I wallpaper is I am going to have my straight edge ruler. I'm going to have a pencil where I can just mark, you know, where I need to cut it off. I'm not going to have to be precise. I'm going to use scissors to just trim my wallpaper because I'm going to go above and below where the wallpaper needs to be, and then I can just trim it off with my utility knife once I get all of my pieces in place, and then I'll have a nice smooth finish along the top and the walls and the bottom. So I'm also going to be wearing a mask because I'm going to use some multi-purpose adhesive on the walls as well, because campers, as you know, they endure extreme heat in the summer and extreme cold in the winter. If you happen to live in a cold climate, which we do, Michigan gets pretty darn cold in the winter. So this is just a little bit of added adhesive to help keep the wallpaper in place. So let's get started. What I did for the outlet cover was, this wasn't easy. The outlet cover and outlet are kind of all one piece. So it's not like when you're painting or wallpapering in your home and you can just pop off the switch plate cover and cut around it and stick it back on. This one's more difficult. So I'm just choosing to I'm going to rough cut it and fit it and then take my blade and just go around it. And so what I did was I just measured, you know, where it was. And I don't know if you can see it. You just used a pencil and you just use a real fine line. And I just drew on here where my outlet cover is. I'm going to cut this out, and it's a rough cut, so it'll fit over top of the box. And then I can cut it, you know, nice and smooth up against it once I get it all in place. Up. I think it looks beautiful. I did use the spray adhesive on the other piece as well. I just didn't film it. But also there's a medicine cabinet that's going to fit here that is going to take up a little chunk of this, but you'll still be able to see a lot of it. What I'm going to do next is I'm just going to take some caulk and I'm just going to run it down this corner here just to give this a nice clean looking finish, because there is a little tiny gap where the two pieces of wallboard come together. So this will not only help to just make the edges, you know, of the wallpaper lay nice, but also it will fill in that little gap. So this is going to be the last step in the wallpaper.
nuclear lights. They don't even need electricity. They just awesome. Energy saving. Like I've done for 10,000 years. Can't even shut them off.
Yes, we are replacing all of the lighting in the camper that, I don't know, they were old style bulbs with new LED lights that will take much less electricity to run.
I don't think there's one under there.
And they are a whole lot lighter and brighter. It gives you more of a daylight look, whereas the others had a very yellow cast to them. And these, I believe, we ordered on Amazon, right?
I just call up Mr. Bezos. I go, Mr. Bezos used to call me Jeff. I said, Jeff, send me some bulbs. He said, okay. In the mail.
Oh, so that's how it happened.
Yeah.
Well, you should turn the other one on.
3:30.
You just installed, so you can see what you're doing.
Why do I do that?
I don't know. I just thought it might be easier.
See what I'm doing now?
Yeah.
Well, I'll turn this one on.
You just flip the
Just
little...
get a switch, but then it turns on.
Oh, yeah, that's right. The bathroom is one of
There's
the...
a method to my madness.
Yes, I forgot. Yeah, the bathroom is one of the few areas where the lights are on a switch. A wall switch, I should say.
So you need to get... Alright, so we can put them back in. Probably get really good at that after a couple hundred bulbs. Actually, this one you can turn
Oh, yeah, you
off.
can. Yeah, you can
And
turn
put
one
in.
or both.
This one doesn't look like it has a switch. So
Oh, yeah.
anyway, but when you turn them all on and off, they all go on.
Oh,
There you
yeah.
go.
That makes all the difference. It
Much,
really does.
much brighter in here. I couldn't see what I was doing here in the other room.
No, we had to get the new bulbs
So we got
in.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We placed 10 of them. They all work, so.
Yep. There's our old bulbs. Right there.
Alright, so.
And these are the new bulbs. That's what they look like. These LED lights, they just pop in, but they work great. I forgot to mention that the wallpaper I actually ordered from Target, just so that you know. And the paint is Sherwin-Williams. And I will have to get back with you on the actual name of the color, but it's a Sherwin-Williams paint. Anyway, I just wanted you to get an idea of the color of the vanity. If you enjoyed today's video, please hit the like button and leave us a comment below. Let us know what you think. Did you like the wallpaper? Do you like the cabinetry color that we chose to paint the bathroom cabinet? Also, please hit the subscribe button so you will be notified when our next video comes out, which is going to be the total bathroom reveal. And I really think it's going to turn out nice, and I'm really excited to get this done and to show it to you all. So thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.